everyone, Dr. Tara here. I'm coming to you live from my home kitchen, and today I am going to show you how to make bone broth, okay? I saw so many sick patients on Monday. There's this upper respiratory sinus thing going around, and everybody's asking me what can I do to get better. So I keep saying make some bone broth, make some bone broth. It really boosts your immune system. So today I'm going to show you how to make bone broth because some of you don't know. So I have my sous chef here. My son Graham is helping me today. Say hi. I always try to include him in my cooking in the kitchen because he loves to help mom and learn to cook. So we're making bone broth. So what we start with is some organic grass-fed beef bones. This is the second time I've used these bones. I was sick last week, so I've already made one batch of bone broth and drank it all, so I need to make another batch. So how you start is you want to roast the bones in the oven at like, let me say 425, along with some onions and carrots, about 1 onion and 2 carrots chopped, for about 30 minutes. Can you play right here, buddy? We'll see how this works. So after you roast them, you can start cooking with them. Roasting them opens up the pores and helps really leach out the minerals and nutrients from the bones. So I have everything prepped. So what we're going to do is put the bones, I'm doing a pressure cooker. You can use a slow cooker. I just like pressure cooker because it's a bit faster. Slow cooking takes a long time, up to 24 hours. So if you have an Instapot, this is kind of an old school pressure cooker. Both will work just fine. So I'm putting in my bones. I have marrow bones. I have all different kinds of bones. And again, these are beef. You can use chicken bones if you want. If you roast a whole chicken, save the bones because you can use them in bone broth later. Don't throw away. We can utilize all the pieces of animals. So all my bones are in my slow cooker. I have prepped, let me see if I can do this one-handed since my son is not letting me put him down right now. I have prepped 2 stalks of celery, 2 carrots, and 1 onion. So I'm going to put those in my pressure cooker as well. So I got carrots. Look at this. A mom that can do it all. Hold a kid and make bone broth. And then my celery, putting it all in. I also have 2 cloves of garlic, just because I like garlic. It boosts the immune system. I have 1 bay leaf, throwing that in. And what do you want, bud? You want the salt? And then I have some parsley from my garden. I have an indoor herb garden, so I'm throwing that in just to give it a little different flavor this time. And then you always have to add an acid to help pull the minerals and nutrients out of the bones. So I have apple cider vinegar, which is my acid. We're going to put, I'm not going to measure it, but you want like 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. That's about 1 and a 2. And again, I'm using organic raw apple cider vinegar. If you're making bone broth, try to get good ingredients, organic ingredients, because it's just going to boost your immune system even more. And then, where's your spoon, bud? I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of salt. And then 1 tablespoon, do you want that? Here, why don't you just stand here and help me? There you go. Good job. And then 1 tablespoon of pepper. It's about 1 tablespoon. And then we're just going to fill it to the cover with water. Okay, usually about 8 to 12 cups of water will do this, depending on how many bones you have. I used about 2 to 3 pounds of bones. So you want to use good purified water. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for helping. Good job, buddy. All right, and that just covers my bones. You don't want to fill it more than 2/3 full in a pressure cooker because otherwise that won't hold the pressure. So I have, again, let me remember, celery, carrots, onion, garlic, a bay leaf, my bones, some parsley, salt and pepper, and then a vinegar. I used apple cider vinegar, and then water, and that's all that it takes. All right. So I'm just gonna close up my pressure cooker. If I can do this right now. And you want the seal tight. I'm gonna turn it on and let it come to a pressure, and then I'm gonna pressure cook it for 1 to 1.5 hours, all right? At that time, you want to slowly reduce the pressure, do it so it doesn't go crazy on you. So slowly reduce the pressure, and then once the pressure is released, you can just sieve out or pull out all of the ingredients, and then put the bone broth through a drainer, and you can store them in mason jars. They store in the fridge up to 5 days. Otherwise, you can can or freeze the bone broth, and that will last you longer. Like I said, I made a batch last Thursday. I was homesick from work with these sick kiddos, and I went through that one batch of bone broth already within a week. So I'm making another batch. Again, you can reuse the bones, you know, maybe 2 to 3 times until the bones will get brittle. So don't just throw them away right away. Yeah, that is it. That's how you make bone broth. It's that simple. I literally did it when I was sick. So if I could do it when I'm sick with 2 kids, you can do it at home too. It's pretty easy, and it's so good for you. It's full of minerals, full of zinc.
Hello.
Yeah, it heals the lining of the gut. We talk about the gut being the foundation of immunity, so it really is just a health benefit all around. You don't have to do it only when you're sick. You can do it every day. Just have a little bit. I heat mine up in the morning, put it in the thermos, and then drink it down on my way to work. So it's very tasty, very tasty. So thank you, buddy. Do you want to say goodbye? Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you learned something.
Bye.
Blow him a kiss.